Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Happy Sunday to you. Hopefully everyone's doing well. For me, just kind of sit back, relaxing. I actually didn't golf this weekend. You guys know I'm a golfer, right? Not good, but I'm a golfer. This weekend I just kind of chilled. I actually did go to the range, but I didn't go on the course. Just wasn't feeling it. Plus, yesterday I had a date day with my lovely wife, and she said, "Hey, honey, let's go do some bourbon hunting for our date day." I'm like, okay, why not, right? I mean, that's a win-win all day long. So we did some bourbon hunting, found these bad boys, and then we followed it up with a nice little dinner. And obviously, I sipped some bourbon, and she had a little cocktail herself. So here we are. I'm enjoying my Sunday now with you guys and gals. All right, so what are we reviewing today? So Nevada H&C Distillery, right? So Nevada H&C Distillery, two guys, really cool story. They started up about 4 or 5 years ago. So they're the first distillery out of Nevada. Named Jonathan and Aaron said, hey, let's go ahead. And they started actually to make vodka, right? Because they love some vodka. So they're making 100% pure corn vodka, doing that for a while. And then they wanted to switch over and keep making or try to make, some bourbon. Obviously, very challenging to make some bourbon, right? It takes a long time to make it. It takes a long time to age. You have the whole issue with the heat out there in Nevada. So they decided to actually start a partnership with MGP. Shocker, right? Starting out trying to make their own bourbon and had to knock on the door to MGP, right? Again, like many other companies out there, your Bell Meads, your Joseph Magnus, they leverage the resources of MGP, right? But what's different about these guys, and what I find pretty cool, is that they actually blend all of their bourbons, right? No matter if it's a small batch or even the uncut barrel proof, right? Kind of like think of like Old Carter for their, I'm sorry, actually this is the barrel proof. For their barrel proof, kind of like Old Carter's, they will blend different barrels together from MGP and it's always uncut, right? And that's the one we're gonna try today. So when you think about this company, so this one's been on my radar for a long time, right? I mean, I've seen it all over on Facebook, on Instagram. A lot of my friends say, hey, this is really, really good. But I'm like, honestly, until I try it, I'll be the judge of that. No pun intended. But again, truly, right? Cool bottle, very nice amber. See that? The amber bottles, right? These are the darker bottles, the Italian glass. And if you look at the front, it has a beautiful little stamp on it, right? And if you're looking at this, you'll see the two different, so the name Smoke Wagon comes from the Colt revolver, right? So back in 1873, that was called really the gun of the West, if you will, right? The 1873 Colt revolver. So that's another name for Smoke Wagon. It was almost like like another version of the name, if you will. So I've seen this all over and I really had to try it, right? The cool thing about these guys is that, even though they're making their own vodka, when it comes to bourbon, again, they're using MGP, but they're upfront about it. I will say, if you look at some of their Instagram videos, they're actually hilarious, right? Very cool, seem like very down-to-earth guys. And I love how they just kind of, they sample their bourbons and then they really make sure that they are phenomenal, according to them, before they're shipped out to the market. All right, so tell me more about this Bourbon Judge. All right, so they have 4 bourbons, right? One I'm gonna spend 10 seconds on. It's a private label. They only sell it to like select liquor stores. So it's like a select barrel that you can get at a liquor store. Very hard to find. That's not even a dime a dozen. It's like a dime a million. So don't even worry about those, right? The 3 that you will find out there is almost like a small batch select. They call it a straight bourbon. That one's 93 proof and it's about $30. I saw that yesterday when I went hunting with the wife. I didn't buy it though, right? Why? Because I heard that one is okay, pretty good. I heard these 2 are damn good. So we have the true small batch, which is it's 100 proof, and it's a blend of 4 to 5 year, and all of their bourbons are high rye mash bill bourbons, right? They love high rye. So 4 or 5 year high rye mash bill bourbon, 100 proof, and that is this one here. But you guys know me. I love, and I mean love, a barrel proof bourbon. So I'm gonna slide you out the way there, small batch. I'm sure you're really, really good, and I'll have you another day. I will try this one, the small batch, in a different video coming up. But I had a lot of bourbon last night, so I honestly don't have enough room up in this in this house for one bourbon today. So I'm gonna go with the big boy, right? So this is and I just took off the wrapper and poured a little bit. This is the barrel proof, Uncut unfiltered, right? So when you think about this one, a couple of things come to mind. $70 price point. The age, they don't have an exact age, right? Because every single blend that they do is always different, but it's a blend for the most part of anywhere from 4 years to 12-year aged high rye bourbons, right? And you're probably wondering, well, why 4 to 12? Well, that 4 to 12 and that 8 range is a really good sweet spot for bourbon. And then also, the two main characteristics of a 4-year bourbon is that number one, you have a very high rye mash bill, so it's very spicy from that young whiskey, if you will, at that 4 years. And at that 8 to 12 year range, that's typically when the bourbon has been in the obviously the barrels for a long time. It's a little bit sweeter. You have those burnt brown sugar, burnt caramel, just very well-rounded, very milky, like creamy, if you will, right? So you blend those two things together, you typically get a really good, great bourbon. And again, this is uncut, unfiltered, so it is truly barrel proof, but they're just marrying several different barrels together. So that's what we have. So I poured a little bit. It's been a long day. I'm pouring a little bit more. All right. So just a little bit. When you think about this one, so Bourbon Judge, tell me, is it hard to find? Is it easy to find? I'm not gonna lie. I've been searching for this one for a long time. It is pretty darn hard to find. But they do have a really good online presence. So if you're able to get liquor shipped to you in your state where you live, and if not your state, hopefully maybe a neighboring state where a family member or friend lives, there you go, right? Or you can also always reach out to a friend, maybe someone, in a different state that, they sell this Smoke Wagon and lives in that state. You can always ask a friend, hey, pick it up for me, I'll ship you the money, and you'll get it from them down the road. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. I can't wait to see if this bad boy is worth all the hype. All my friends talking about, telling me how good it is. We shall see. All right, beautiful, beautiful color. Nice dark brown, probably I think it's like a 4 char, like a number 4 on the char from that perspective, from the barrel process. Let's get into the nose a little bit here. Wow, so you pick up, you definitely get that spiciness from the rye. What just stands out for me personally is the almost like the dark brown sugar, like the brown sugar, like almost like the burnt. A little bit of a sweetness, maybe from like some maybe like some like orange peel almost. A little bit of maybe like some cherries or blackberries in there as well. Wow, that's so nice. All those come together. The spicy from the rye, the burnt brown sugar, burnt caramel. The fruit as well, like a blend of like almost like burnt orange peel, and either some cherries or blackberries. And then definitely the oak as well from the aging process, from the barrel. Oh man. Wow, that smells wonderful. I hope it tastes as well as it smells. All right, well, as you say, folks, before I start this off, I just want to say thank you guys, honestly. Thanks for everyone out there watching the videos. So many different people, out there that watch the videos, give me feedback. I really do appreciate it from me to you. Thank you guys very much. But as we say, cheers. Okay, so everything transfers from the nose to the palate. It has a nice long finish, and the like the tannin is still like kind of in my mouth. Like you taste the there's not a ton of like ethanol, but you taste everything. You taste the let me get a little bit more, just to make sure. Okay, you taste truly everything, from the brown sugar, the caramel, the sweetness from the either cherries or like the burnt orange peel or orange, maybe some blackberries as well. Wow, I gotta get a little bit more just to make sure I give you guys a true, accurate decision on this one. I was honestly a bit hesitant, right? Because if you recall, I think it was just last week, I did the Remus Repeal 2, right? And that's MGP's own bourbon, right? And that was horrible. So honestly, I was very hesitant about this one, but let me just make sure. Okay. All right. Well, court has made a decision. The judgment is in. This is a damn good buy. Woo! That is really good. You hear a lot about certain people say, oh, this bourbon is good, this bourbon is okay. This is phenomenal. I am actually kind of almost mad that I didn't buy a second bottle. Shame on me. I may have to go back. I don't know. That's really good, folks. For $70, wow, that is some phenomenal bourbon, right? So I'm gonna tell you the reason why. It's your traditional, if you like a traditional good MGP high rye mash bill, and they did a really good job of blending, right? So I think it's Jonathan. I think he's the one that does the blending. They did a phenomenal job of blending the different bourbons, right? Going from the 4 up to the 12 and some 8s in between there as well. It's really, really good. It's extremely well-rounded. The finish is nice and long and strong, but it doesn't have like that, almost like that Stag Jr., just like Mike Tyson knockout punch. It doesn't have that, but it's nice and strong at the same time, right? Again, this one's almost 115 proof. Everything from the nose transfers to the palate. This is damn good. It's so good, I need one more pour. While I'm doing this, I just want to say one more time, thank you guys for watching the videos and gals. If you haven't done thus far, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And most important, please make sure you find this. At $70, it's worth the hunt. At $70, it's worth asking a friend to buy for you, right? If you can't find it locally. Well, thank you to my wife, because she's the one that recommended that we go bourbon hunting yesterday. Cheers to her. All right, folks, talk to you guys next week. Take care. Peace out. See you. Woo! Delicious.